Welcome to Portals of Perception. In this conversation, we are seeking to discover that intangible property and nature of human life, that is the naturally arising capacity to weave part to part and unlock new possibilities.
You start reading and you don't worry about what you don't understand, and you just wait till you get to a passage or even a sentence that you understand and you circle it. And then you go through the next bit, and if it's forgive me, Greek to you, you just wait till you find another one and you circle that, and just find anything that makes sense to you, and these will become islands of understanding for you. So, and then eventually as we talk about it in class and as we reread stuff and as you prepare to write something, those islands of understanding will start to come together, and you'll begin to have what I call the mainland of meaning.
I'm working with a number of students at the moment on developing technologies and solutions to problems around inequality, achieving fairness, having systems that are able to better replicate the activity of the human brain and mind so that we can better understand it. And so far the technologies that we've developed have been framed around rational conceptions of the mind. And the question for me is, well, what would that look like if we had technology that was built around a more sentimented, emotional context? One that was built around a cultural identity, one that was built around societal belief patterns.
To live, we have to breathe. We have to breathe in to live, and that's taken in the air. And we have to drink the water. And we have to eat food, and that food comes from the planet, the place where we live. So I was thinking about these three elements, water, earth, and air, and how it's just crucial for our continuance, these three elements. And the ancients had a way of watching those things dance. The one that's peculiar is the element of fire.
I was wondering who was the first person and what happened in his mind, the one that took the Phoenician alphabet and put the consonants with the vowels and create the Greek alphabet, from which the Latin alphabet was born, and then, many modern languages. Or for instance, what happened to the brain or the mind of the first person that put movement in a statue? So before we had statues that were static, and then suddenly, interestingly, this happened in Greece as well, someone gave movement and turned somehow the bodies.
Everything is a trace of weaving. I can't think of anything that's not really. Every genre of music has borrowed from another genre, and there's been a long line of handing down music as a legacy to the next generation for them to do with what they will because of what's moving through them.
About the time of the Renaissance, the arts, that influences came together from the East and the West, and there was the support, there was the Medici and the palaces that allowed all this to happen and to have a burst. The Leonardos and the beautiful and the Botticellis and the languages. So maybe now is a similar time. This 21st century is a similar time.
And one of the challenges was, how do you actually get to facilitate 85 people? Each person can easily take the speaker, the microphone, and talk for an hour. How do you do that? How do you facilitate something that will produce an outcome that's greater than the sum of the individual parts?